this. Is the F minor scale, F natural minor that is. And in this video, I will be showing you how to play the scale, some simple exercises to memorize it, and lastly, the chords that work within that scale. So let's go. All right, F minor consists of F, A, what am I saying? F, G, A flat or G sharp, G sharp, what? No. A sharp or B flat, C, C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat, and then F. Same thing, descending. And yes, finger position. On almost all scales that start on white notes anyway, you want to do the following fingering, which is thumb, pointer, middle, ring, and then you cross over back to your thumb, pointer, middle, your ring finger. And while that might seem complicated, the reason is really simple. I'm just going to explain this, and hopefully it'll just help everything make more sense. Basically, you never want to skip a finger if you don't have to. So we're using all our fingers up until that point. If we play our pinky though, we're stuck. We can't move forward. It's really awkward to try and pivot from your pinky. So we use our thumb as a pivot, and then we reset. And basically, you never want to skip a finger. So I would never want to do that, because why didn't I use my index? It's just very inefficient. Most inefficient is playing like this, because A, you cannot get a legato sound, which is what most melodies sound like on piano, and B, it just is a terrible technique and will not allow you to move fast. So you want to flow up the scale, never skipping a finger unless you're crossing over to your thumb. And in most scales, it'll work where you play and you switch to your thumb on the 5th note. In the left hand, it's just the opposite of that. So as you can see, I'm playing all the way up my hand until I get to my thumb. Then I just cross over so that I end on my thumb, so that you never want to have fingers left over. The reason I'm not crossing over to my ring finger is because then my thumb's over here doing nothing. That is the fingering. That's how you play the scale. Now I will show you some simple exercises to help memorize it. Obviously, the first one is just playing the scale. And I would do this in both hands and 2 octaves, because that'll really work on your finger technique, ascending and descending over a distance. Because you can get pretty comfortable pretty fast just doing 1 octave, but doing 2, it's a little bit more work. The next exercise is alternating scale notes. This is basically where you play every other note of the scale. And the good thing about this exercise is it helps you get to know all of the notes of the scale individually outside of the pattern that they're usually in, because melodies don't work like that. Melodies don't just follow the scale. Melodies follow random things. No copy strikes over here. I'm not playing any copyrighted music, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yes, melodies never follow the scale entirely. They might for a little while, but they're going to deviate. So this exercise will help you get used to a non-scale shape, but you can still practice it using the scale. And what I just did there is the harmonic version of that, where you just play every other note as a harmony. And the advantage of this is it helps prepare you for playing the scale chords, which is the last part of this, and I'm excited to show you. Okay, so the scale chords are on the 1, F minor, obviously, the 2, G diminished, the 3, G sharp or A flat major, the 4, B flat or A sharp minor, the 5, C minor, though most people will play the 5th in any scale as a major. So you could say it's C minor, sure, but really it's C major. D flat or C sharp major, E flat or D sharp major, F major. Whoops, that's not right. How do we get back to minor? Play a diminished chord. There we go, we're back. So yes, the pattern is minor, diminished, major, major. What am I saying? Minor, diminished, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. And if you're a pattern person, you'll know that it's the same as the major scale, in a way. I'm winking, but you can't see my face. Anyway, yes, those are the scale chords. What are they useful for? Songs. This is how. Say you're playing a minor blues. I don't even know. I'm not playing a blues anymore. I don't know what this is. The scale chords give you the flexibility to move around harmonically on whatever scale you're in, and it just makes your sound much more full and professional. If you're on a show and you're playing an F minor, if you do a lot of chords that are transitioning between the chord changes, that will be good for your resume. So say we're going to the 3. Like that. If you play, just makes it sound more smooth. Say we're going to the 6. Instead, we're going from here. We're on the 4, and we're just going straight to 1. You throw in a 2-5. This is much more advanced stuff, but the scale chords just will give you so many more options and so much more flexibility whenever you're in this key, because in a key on the piano means you have to know the scale and the chords that go with that key. So that's what they're there for. Sorry for rambling, but if you found this educational, please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.